Okay, so this is going to talk through how to do the fees for the prom and adding extra percentages in. So if we have a flat fee of say £500 and we format that as currency, like so, that's a very basic fee entered in, but that's not particularly complex, so we need to find a way of making that more interesting. So if I have somewhere else the number of people attending, for example 200, and I could maybe say our fee is £500 plus £1 for everybody who turns up. Okay, so it just depends on how you want to adjust your fee. This particular one is an easy one, because if you're just saying £1 per person, our new fee is whatever the 500 was plus £1 for every person. Our new fee is £700. Fairly straightforward. You can start putting some complexity in here. Maybe you want to say it's not £1 but 50p for every person. So you have to multiply the number of people by 0.5. So it's now £600, £100 extra. Okay, that's a little bit more complex, but maybe you want to put even more complexity in. So this is where our first if comes in. Okay, and what we're going to do is put some bandings in. So if it's less than 100 people, we're going to add on £50. If it's between 100 and 200 people, we can add on £100. And if it's more than 200, we can add on £200. Okay, so here is the add-on amount. So equals if, and we open the brackets and hit the FX button. So if the number of people, that's our test, is less than 100, then our add-on, so if it's true, then our add-on will just be £50. Otherwise, nothing. Okay. Next, if the value is now less than 200. What did I say? 200. But what we could be careful of here is making sure that if we're doing banding, you don't add the price twice. So you need to do some clever stuff here. Okay, because if I did this, it's going to cost £100 for that. Okay, and then I did another if. You'll see how this works in a moment. If the maximum we'll say is 500, £250 for that. You'll see how this works in a second. So what I can do is add this up. Okay, so my fee is going to be £250 to add on to the adjusted figure. Okay, so the fee plus the £250. Now if I adjust the number of people, what starts to happen, I've got multiple answers kicking in here now, so we've got to be very careful, because the if, as it is at the moment, is only checking one thing. Okay, it's saying, is it less than £100? It's not, so it's showing 0, nothing. This one, is it less than £200? Yes, it is, so it's putting the 100 there. And also this one is less than 500, so it's 250 there. So we've got to be very careful as to which one we want. And there's an easy one in here we can do, is to change it to, instead of adding them up, we just pick the maximum. Because the maximum will be the one that we want. Or is it? It's the minimum. I'm just checking to see if you're actually paying attention. Right. It's the minimum because the smallest amount is the one that we need. Okay, so it's min. It's one of our new functions. Min. And it's saying, give me the minimum value of this range. 0. Still doesn't work. Because we've got 0 or 250 for the maximum. So we've got to find another way. Okay. There isn't a middle because how does it know we want the middle? Okay. So, this is where the highest level of complexity for an if comes in. We're going to have to do a nested if. An if within an if. Okay. Right. Let me show you how this one works. So if the price is less than 100, I want you to put £50 in. If the number of people is less than 100. Or else, if, I can put an if again here now. If the number of people is less than 200, comma, I want you to put £100, comma, or if the price, the number of people is less than 500, I want you to put £250. Otherwise, nothing. Now, I've got lots of open brackets here. This is very complex. I really hope some of you will have a go at this and try this. But as I'm closing all the brackets up, you see that they kind of, I have to have the same number of opening brackets as closing. 100. So if I change this to 150 people, it's still right. If it's 250 people, it's now £250. If it's 50 people, it's £50. Okay? And don't forget to make sure that you're adding on the right value.
So,
That's version 1.